Kia ora koutou, talofa lava ma lola soifua. Warm greetings to all of you, our students and whānau of Glen Eden Intermediate. Welcome to our 2021 online sports prize giving. This has been a year of change, so many challenges and disappointments, with NZAIMS being cancelled for a second year in a row for our year 8s. I know it's been hard. I'm so thankful to our students. We still managed to get half a year of enriching sporting experiences with the 3 sports camp teams, the Rugby Festival preparatory schools in Cambridge, coached by Mark Hooper and Peter Brown, and so many zone days. We're so lucky that we at least got to do those things. At Glen Eden, I believe we provide our students with high quality sporting opportunities, both at participation level and competitive. Participation in sport has greatly improved in the school this year through our lunchtime sports program. Thank you to our amazing sports captains. I mean, who would have thought that dodgeball would be so serious and that teachers went out for trainings? Through sport, our students experience and learn how to be part of a team, participate in physical activity, develop leadership skills, and learn how to relate to others. Throughout the year, I've followed all our teams as they prepared for zone days, sports camps, and started trainings for NZAIMS in the school holidays. That's the commitment our teams make. These were teams that sometimes may have struggled for results at the beginning of the season, yet they remained committed to each other, their coach, and the trainings, and they showed so much improvement as the season progressed. The opportunity to build resilience in a sporting environment that will be critical in the years ahead. Our vision for sport at Glen Eden Intermediate is to encourage as many of our students as possible to actively take part in sporting activities. There are so many benefits of playing sport and being active: making new friends, participation, competitiveness, learning new skills, staying fit and healthy, and so much more. Our success at Glen Eden is because of these opportunities that our school offers the students, the commitment from the students to our program, and more importantly, the support of our parents, caregivers, and community. At the start of each year, when we announce trials for sports camp, over 400 students fill the auditorium, watch videos, ask questions. They've had older siblings go to sports camp, and you see their eyes light up and they are hopeful, eager, determined to make it into the sports camp team. The trials process, selections, and trainings is never, ever easy. The amount of phone calls, emails, face-to-face meetings after selections are made, it's the hardest part of this job. To our coaches, parent helpers who have put in so much time for our students, I am forever thankful for everything that you do, not only for your child, but for all our students and also for us as teachers. There is no way we will be able to offer these opportunities without your hard work, expertise in various sports, the sacrifices to come away with us, the dedication to our trainings, and so much more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because sport is more than just what happens on the field and court. For me, it's about the relationships we build with our students, their whānau, and our community. The reminders we have to give our students about them engaging with their schoolwork, finding that balance between their education and also the activities they love to do. Also instilling into them that the hard work behind the scenes when no one is watching is just as important. Yep, it comes with sacrifices, but it makes the journey so much better. Our prize giving gives us the opportunity to acknowledge all our students for all their hard work and commitment over 2021 to our sports program.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Chase and I look after the school water polo teams. This year we had 3 teams, the Gladiators, Warriors and Spartans, who played in the Western Year 7 and 8 League out at Westwave on a Friday afternoon. Unfortunately, this season did get cut short. Normally it runs right through to end of term 3, but as we went into lockdown, our final placings for the season weren't able to be decided. We did, however, across all 3 teams have some really competitive rounds of games, and it was also nice to have lots of new players join us this season. Students who have, played the sport, this was their first time playing the sport, so that was awesome. Our Gladiators team did get the opportunity to play in the Auckland Winter Festival competition early on in August, where they came away with a little trophy after winning their plate final against Sacred Heart, which was really exciting. Right, so let's get into the awards. First up, we have the awards for our Spartans team, and our first award is for our most improved player this season. This player was new to the sport this year and increasingly grew in confidence throughout the season. She never missed a game or a training and was always willing to learn and, just give it all a go. So our most improved Spartans player this year goes to Tenia Schaefer. Well done. Good job, Tenia. Our second award is for our Spartans most valuable player. This was another player who was new to the sport this year. She quickly developed a really good understanding of the game and showed a strong awareness when she was in the pool. She made an effort to really get involved and contribute to the play and had the confidence to take shots on goal, which was really good in a new player. And she also made sure that she covered back on defence really well too. So this award goes to Sophie Lockton. Well done, Sophie. Right, so now we move on to our awards for our Warriors team. Firstly, our most improved player. This one goes to someone who over the season showed a real change in their fitness and involvement in the pool. She was increasingly looking to get involved on attack and position herself carefully to be able to take strong shots on goal. She was also an asset on defence because she was always looking to cover back as well and wasn't afraid to mark her player tightly, which that also, if you're marking your player tightly, she was able to steal the ball off her player too, which really benefited our attack. So this award goes to Isabel Mitchell. Well done, Isabel. Next up, we have our most valuable player. This award is for someone who showed real determination in the pool and was constantly putting in 100% effort, both on attack and defence. This player demonstrates really good understanding and game awareness, and also just had a real willingness to learn and better understand the sport. And so this year, our most valuable player goes to Phoenix Clayton. Well done, Phoenix. And then last up, we have our Gladiators team. So this year, our most improved player was again someone that was new to the sport. This player just quickly picked up the game and developed rapidly as a player over the season. She's super determined in the pool and never gives up. She just really looked to get involved and implement attacks, as well as used her speed, she's a really fast swimmer, to cover back on defence. This player has so much potential in the sport. I hope she joins the club and keeps it up and continues to play. And this award goes to Ali Gia. Well done, Ali. And then lastly, our final water polo award is for our Gladiators most valuable player. This award goes to a player who shows a real passion for the sport. This really comes through in the pool. He is a real playmaker of our team and isn't afraid to try a new skill or a new trick shot in games. His strength is not only in his physical ability, to mark up and match up with other players, but it's also in his confidence to communicate with his team and to lead them. So this year, our most valuable gladiator is Felix Hellriegel. Well done, Felix. And that's it. That concludes our water polo awards for 2021. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
This next set of awards is for the rugby, the overall rugby awards for 2021, and they're broken up into 4 different categories: under 45 kgs, under 55 kgs, open and girls. So I'll do the open and girl first, and then I'll do the 45s and 55s following that. These guys have been great rugby players throughout 2021, showing that they have all different skill sets in regards to the game of rugby union, and I hope that they stick with union moving forward, as it'll be great to see what they can achieve. So starting with the Open Boys, the overall Open Rugby Boy for 2021 is Hawaiki Goodman. Congratulations, Hawaiki. Overall girl for 2021, probably one of the fastest rugby players I've seen at intermediate rugby, and she's been fantastic throughout the last 2 years with us, and that goes to Kendra Scully Tui. Well done, Kendra. Next two rugby awards for the under 45 kgs and under 55 kgs. The smaller boys, but definitely a great version of the game. Very fit, fast rugby, and these two boys have shown that they can pick up very quickly on what the coaches are asking them to do, and also kick, tackle, pass, and do whatever the game of rugby needs and asks of them. So it's been fantastic watching these two boys play throughout the year, and I wish them all the best with their union moving forward. And under 55 Rugby Player of the Year goes to Rico Female, and under 45 kg overall boy this year goes to Dylan Brown. Well done to all the rugby recipients this year.
It's with great pleasure I get to announce the award winners for the inaugural St Peter's Rugby Festival, which was held in July this year. 20 boys from the school were selected to play in the festival in a 4-day tournament held in Cambridge at the St Peter's School. We have 4 awards: Best Back, Best Forward, Sportsmanship and Most Valuable Player. This year's Best Back goes to a player who showed a lot of skill and consistency throughout the tournament, and that award goes to Rico Finau. The second award is Best Forward. This goes to a player who tried to dominate his opposite and dominate the opposition throughout every game, and this year goes to Hawaiki Goodman. The Sportsmanship Award this year goes to a player who was all about the team, was all about how we played, enjoyment, and looking after each other, and that this year goes to Maali Cascade Hutch Tongalia. And the final award goes to our player of the tournament, or most valuable player. This player was consistent throughout, showed a lot of skills throughout the tournament, and was head and shoulders above most of the other players throughout this tournament, and this year goes to Dylan Brown. I'd just like to congratulate all the prize winners, plus all the other players that participated in this tournament. I thought they did their school very proud, and I'd just like to thank all the other coaches, managers and supporters throughout this festival in preparation for what was to come. And I think it was a very successful rugby tournament. Thank you.
It's 6 a.m. This is This is where champions are made. They say that the hill sprints make you faster. Make you real fast. So Kendra and Fuyuka, I'm coming for you. It'll take me 2 years, I think, maybe 3, maybe 10. But this is where champions are made. Passion never sleeps. This is what Gladiators is all about. Blake Climo, Dylan Brown, Amy Thompson. I mean, do you train 10 p.m. at night time? Do you have what it takes? Cross country, sports camp, I'm all about it.
It's an absolute privilege this year to be able to announce the overall awards for the Gladiators 2021. I just want to start by saying thank you to all the students and all the athletes this year for making a real effort. At the start of the year we set some really good goals individually and team, and there's no better feeling than when you achieve those. So the program that Miss Vai runs really sets you guys up for high school, and you know, the year 7s that are with us next year, we look forward to getting back into our routine, our special fitness, and making sure that we achieve more goals that we'll set next year. And to the year 8s, we wish you all the best. But these specific people that are about to be announced as award recipients really, I guess, showed great leadership and led from the front all year with trainings, just attitude, and on the field as well. So I'm going to start with the best team spirit. Both of these young athletes always turned up to training with, you know, like a great attitude and a smile, and you could see on their face how much sport means to them. So best team spirit for the 2021 Sports Camp Gladiators this year goes to Nico Eda and Mia Katane Pairata. Congratulations, guys. Our next awards are for fair play, and these two young athletes showed throughout the whole week what it means to represent Glen Eden Intermediate by using our school values, and they would show these on the field and off them as well. And not only did they do it individually, but they ensured that the rest of the team would. So to have young athletes like this in your team, making sure that everybody else is working hard, is a real asset to us, especially as coaches, teachers and managers. So we thank you guys very much. You made our week a really great experience for everybody. So 2 Fair Play Awards this year go to Tremaine Hiriwiri Little and Isabel Spreitzer. Well done. Our next awards are for our most promising athletes in the Gladiators, and these 2 athletes have been fantastic ambassadors for Glen Eden Intermediate Sport over the last 2 years. They train just as hard as they play, and a lot of kids within the school look up to them. So on behalf of, again, the staff and all the other students, thank you very much for everything you've done for Glen Eden Intermediate Sport over the last 2 years. And our most promising athletes for 2021 go to Blake Climo, Balake, and Kendra Scully Tui. Well done, guys. We have our most valuable athletes for the 2021 Gladiator Sports Camp. For the last 2 years, these guys have been immaculate in and around all zone days and the sports camps that they've been on. At times, I know that we've asked a lot of you, and I know at times you've wanted to come off, and myself or Miss Vai or your coaches at the time have probably just said no, you need to stay on and carry on, and you've probably come off barely being able to walk. But that sort of shows the attitude you guys have shown throughout the last 2 years. So it's been amazing watching you guys grow as athletes. We know you're going to achieve amazing things when you move on to high school. So we're looking forward to just like everybody else, keeping an eye on you guys and your achievements as you move into high school. So thank you so much for everything that you've given to the Gladiators over the last 2 years, and that is Dylan Brown and Taylor Rose Mossy. Well done, guys.
Kia ora everyone, my name's Pete. One of the coaches that helped out this year with the Gladiators and Warriors. I'd like to thank Papa Wayne for helping out with the softball for both teams. Also Dan and Mr. Keith for helping out with the rugby and hoops, of course. And also Mo for the touch. And all I basically did was just jump in and help. That's all I did. But just want to say the work ethic and the team culture that was showed at Glen Eden is second to none. Okay, and I just hope you carry that on to all your high schools, colleges that you go to, and then just embrace it. You guys are future stars, and I really like to thank all the teams that I was involved with. It was so enjoyable. I loved every minute of it, and thank you, Vi, for allowing me to do that. All the best. Everyone, my name's Pete. I had the privilege of coaching the Gladiators softball this year with the help of Papa Wayne. Just like to thank the team for a great effort down there. Unbeaten, took out the softball down at sports camp. Great achievement for the boys and the girls that stepped up into that team. Such a fun team to coach. So skillful. My job was made so much easier with the likes of Papa Wayne taking the kids and getting those fundamentals ready and sorted before we even got down there. So thanks, Papa Wayne. My MVP this year goes to a boy who's very steady with the bat, solid hitting. Also a great leader and role model in our team. Saved us a lot with his catching behind home plate, and also made some great outs throwing from home plate to second. Strong arm. Kid's got a big future. MVP goes to Alex Kovic. Congratulations, Alex. All the best for your future endeavours, mate, and well deserved.
Sports Camp Most Valuable Football Players for 2021. We'll start with the Gladiators. This young man always turned up to training with a great attitude. He always showed great leadership, always asked, his team to make sure they were putting in 100%, and he always led from the front. Not only did he turn up with a great attitude, but he also led from the front on the field as well, scoring some amazing goals. He would play any position, and he'd always play through injury as well. And he didn't complain, he always put in 100%. And our most valuable footballer for the Gladiators for 2021 is George Smith. Well done, George.
Hi everybody, I'm Julie Brown, and I had the privilege of attending the Gladiators and Warriors Sports Camp campaign this year. It was certainly the highlight of my year again, just like it is for the students. I want to congratulate all the students that took part while we were down there. All of your hard work, the early morning training certainly paid off in the results that we achieved. A big shout out to the Gladiators for taking the overall title against some really strong teams down there. So that was really great to see. To the Year 8s, as you leave Glen Eden this year, I just want to wish you all the very best. Remember what you've learnt from Glen Eden, and I'm sure you'll all do extremely well. Best of luck, guys.
Kia ora everyone, my name's Pete. I had the privilege of helping out with the Gladiators Touch this year. Great bunch of kids, so skillful, and just like to thank Mo, who took this team to where they were to win it. I just helped out down there. So I've got to take or do the MVP for a girl and a boy for the Gladiators team. It was pretty easy to pick, to be honest. This was probably the easiest award for a boy and a girl to pick. They both showed, I'll pick the girl first, which is She showed great skill, great character, very fast, and was very solid for us to play link or middle. She was really solid and helped us score so many tries off set plays, scored a lot herself. Goes to Kendra. So Kendra, congratulations on the award. You deserved it. You were outstanding for us and very solid. Your parents should be proud. You did a fantastic job down there for us. For the boys, again, this boy has got a massive engine. I asked him to, especially in that final, I knew they were all knackered, but he basically played the whole final for us, and the touch game in the final was so fast, and I felt sorry for him, but I just had to keep him on. He's just so solid for us on defense and attack. So the MVP for the boys goes to Dylan Brown. So Dills, congratulations, really proud of your achievement, and yeah, all the best, mate.
Firstly, team, thanks for the opportunity of letting me come along and get to know you all better. Evening sports were just intense, with everybody banging on the bleachers and yelling. It was unbelievable. How you kids held your nerve, I just don't know. Wall ball always remains a highlight for me. You show real team spirit and real teamwork out there. I'm always in awe of our players and how well you perform. You work to each other's strengths, which in the end allowed you to produce the best overall team. Well done, guys.
Kia ora koutou katoa, Muzzy here. I have the honour and privilege today to present to you the 2021 Gladiators Sports Camp Netball MVP. It was a tough decision as the whole netball team this year fought really hard to bring home that cup with a hard fought final against our rivals North Cross. But this specific individual showed great grit and determination in that final and throughout the whole of sports camp, and we saw some great growth, and the winner is Sienna Todd. Congratulations, Sienna.
The girls volleyball, what a game. This was intense. The whole team performed amazingly throughout the whole tournament. And then what an epic final. To all the girls, I love doing the wobble and I loved the games, and I just think you all rocked. There's a player who consistently puts herself 100% on the line, stays calm in intense situations and supports her team. MVP Girls Volleyball, Taylor Rose.
The MVP Gladiators Girls Volleyball Award goes to Izzy Spreitzer. Izzy knows all about pressure and stayed so calm in our final. She is a dynamic player and one to look out for.
Kia ora ana, te o tumuto GEIS Sports Camp 2021. Wow, what an amazing event. To watch your kids excel at your chosen sport and to play out of your comfort zone in other codes just shows your great sportsmanship. Highlight for me, well, there were many, but it has to be when you were awarded overall winners, despite some rough calls along the way. We'll leave it at that. Massive shout out to Vi for the sports program that you run for GEIS, and to our kids, continue to play your sport, love your sport, train hard, set goals, and hey, do the mahi, get the treats. Kia toa koe.
The MVP Boys Volleyball Player for Gladiators goes to George Smith. Congratulations, George, on your award. You showed huge improvements from us training in the gym all the way through to sports camp. Never ever gave up in every single game. And there's one thing I know for sure, you put your body on the line for the team. So well done, George.
Kia ora everyone, name's Pete. I've got the award for MVP for the Sports Camp Gladiators Rugby. Great team, awesome skill. Just like to thank some of the other coaches that helped along the way Dan, Will, Mr. Keith, Hoops, for all your input and experience into these boys. It was great. Special mention to a few boys, Hawa for his, he could easily got this. Dills, Climo, Tremaine, our pivots who led our team around, they could have got this as well. But it goes to a boy who showed a lot of courage, power, pace, and defence was second to none. I don't think anyone got past him. He was solid in D, and just pinned his ears back when he had the opportunity and scored so many tries. Our MVP this year goes to Rico Finau. So congratulations, Rico, on this. I hope and wish you all the best for your future endeavours in rugby or league. All the best. Really proud of you, bud.
Kia ora koutou katoa, Muzza here. 2021 Sports Camp. Wow, what an amazing week that was. It was an absolute honour to be able to go as a parent helper and represent Gleneaton Intermediate. Even better that we took away the win. But what was the most rewarding for me that week was to see all of you really apply yourself to the different sports codes and enjoy yourself, but put 100% in. Ms. Vi has set up an amazing reputation for Gleneaton Intermediate, and it was great for us to be able to continue that on. Kia kaha, kia maia, kia manawa nui whānau.
Our MVP Boys Basketball Award goes to Tremaine Hedawini Little. Congratulations, Tremaine, on your award. It is well deserved. You showed great finesse out there on the basketball court. You showed great commitment to our team at all our trainings, even though it got really, really hard with all the drills and all the shuttle runs, but it was worth it. Thank you for leading the team quietly in your own way. This award is well deserved. Congratulations. The MVP Girls Basketball Award goes to Bella Gardner. Congratulations, Bella. If there's ever a girl that will fight to the death, it is Bella. Never gave up once, took the shot when it was open, defended hard, and took girls one-on-one. She didn't care about size at all. So well done to Bella on your award.
Kia ora koutou. This year I had the honour of going to sports camp, and I just want to say to all of our students how proud I am not only to be a parent of Gleneaton, but to also be a member of our community and be surrounded with so many amazing and talented young people. To our Year 7 students, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work, so use this time over the summer to train for next year. And to our Year 8 students, all the best on your new journey to high school. You're amazing, remember that, keep your head up and be safe.
MVP Boys Hockey Player. This person led the team to victory. He worked hard on the field, stayed calm, had great communication and displayed some awesome, well-tuned hockey skills. So MVP Boys Hockey Player goes to Jasper.
Finally, just a massive thank you to all the parents, caregivers and whānau for helping and supporting us as teachers, coaches in a school, just with the early morning drop-offs and the trainings and making sure that they're ready. I know it's not easy, but we really appreciate you guys, and if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to achieve what we did this year. So thank you very much. I hope that you guys are all safe in your bubbles, stay safe, and looking forward to things getting back to normal as soon as possible.
Koto. Hi everyone, my name is Miss Wilson and I was one of the teachers that went along with the Sports Camp Warriors team. We had a really awesome time at Sports Camp and it was, I know for me, it was a highlight of my year. So just moving on to the awards. So for the 2021 Sports Camp Warriors team, our best team spirit, okay, we had two people for this award. The first person was Alahim Potu and the second was Luciani Bia, and both of these students are year 7s and both of them had all the energy to support their teammates. They never kind of dropped their attitude. They were always positive and always had a positive outlook, which is really important in the environment of a sports camp. So well done to those two. Moving on to our Tākaro Atahua, which is our Fair Play Award. These are for two students who were absolutely the definition of being fair players. They were always someone, you know, they were always people who you'd just say, hey, I need you to do this, or can you jump into this team, and they'd always just go, yep, and just get on with it with a really positive attitude too. And so that is for Isaac Van Nykirk and Savannah Williams. Moving on to the most promising athletes for these two awards. Really successful sports camp for the both of them, successful across their codes as well as other codes where, as we know, in a sports camp environment they have to jump into other codes, they have to kind of make themselves available, and that's exactly what they did, and they were absolutely the most promising athletes for our Warriors team for 2021, and that is for Ryan Weimer and Karamia Maruareki. And moving on to the most valuable athletes. So for our most valuable athletes, that's what they were. They were really valuable, they were really versatile, they were really important players across lots of different codes. They weren't just there for one code, they weren't, they were just amazing. They were amazing on the field or on the court as well as off, and they had really good sportsmanship as well. And so those are our two most valuable athletes, and that is Charlie Woods and Lila Cook.
Hey team, Damo here. Congratulations on your efforts this year, and I hope everyone enjoyed the year apart from this lockdown. Hats off to you, Miss Vi, for the amazing effort that you've put into all these athletes that are at the school. I look forward to seeing most of you all next year. Cheers.
For our 2021 Sports Camp Warriors team, we have our MVP in netball, and this is for someone who was absolutely our MVP. She played at one end of the court in defence, and then, you know, the next game she was our shooter, and that was for Brooke Marsden.
Good day everyone, my name's Pete. I had the privilege again coaching the Warriors softball. Again from Papa Wayne, took those boys, and I just basically helped down there. That's all it was. Such a great side, to be honest. Really fun. Kids just they sort of inspired me, because just the fun that they were having, and it was so contagious. So I'd like to thank the Warriors softball team. They were a great bunch of kids. Okay, so I've got to announce the MVP for the Warriors softball. It goes to a person who stepped up, asked a few of the kids, you know, who can step up and pitch, and this boy put his hand up straight away, went into that role and did a fabulous job. All I could ask of him. A very hard case kid, and as I said, a really fun team to coach. But this kid, my gosh, he had the hardest position to play, which was pitcher, and was trying to get it over that that home plate for strikes, and he did an awesome job. Goes to Charlie Woods. Congratulations, Charlie.
Our MVP boys volleyball. This is for someone who was really consistent with their volleyball, and that is for Alohim Potu. Moving on to our MVP for girls basketball. This is someone who I probably wouldn't say that they're a basketballer, but they just gave it a go. They showed up to trainings before sports camp, and you could see that when they got down to sports camp, and it was really, really awesome to watch, and that was for Lila Cook. For our MVP boys hockey, this particular person just really gave it a go, went out there and I think applied the rules of football or of soccer to hockey and kind of just went with it, and that was really amazing to see, and that is for Matthew Ellswood. Our MVP girls hockey, she was amazing. This was her sport, that was what she was, she was there and she was a part of it, and she was really amazing. We did really successful in our girls hockey, and I attempted to coach or to kind of say some wise things at the half time, but really all I would do is I would listen to what this person was saying, and then I would repeat it back to the girls, and that was for Ashley McBride.
Dunedin Sports Camp kids and families, I just wanted to say thank you for letting me be a part of this year's sports camp. I loved it on all levels. It was great to see the kids compete in the different codes, trying things out and just giving their best. Just going forward for the year, and don't stress about things too much. Lots of things are out of your control, and you just got to take it as it comes and give the best you can, and just know that the best is always good enough.
Hi guys, Mike here. I was the coach of the Warriors touch and rugby team. I just want to go through my MVPs for the sports camp. First of all, this is for the most valuable player for touch boys, and this goes to somebody that was a slippery little beggar basically. He was great speed, great sidestep, great determination, team play was amazing. I think he scored a few tries as well. Just a really good all-rounder. That goes to Blake Bruce. That's touch most valuable player. For the girls, most valuable player for touch, this goes to somebody that had great hands, good communication. She was a great addition to the Warriors touch team. And don't forget, all the girls played really well. We had short numbers, so we often didn't have any substitutes. So they had to play full games, and it was really hard, really intense, and all the girls did really well. But my MVP for girls touch goes to Savannah Williams. And last but not least, this is the rugby MVP. I just want to make a special mention first to Marley. Scored quite a few tries. Really quick on the wing, worked really hard, and he did really well. But my MVP goes to someone that always puts 100% in, not just at game day, but also at training. He never missed any trainings, and he was the one that listened the most, when really he's probably the person that would have got away without listening the most. But he showed great leadership, and he did really well. But he also played a lot of other codes, so he was often running to each game, and his fitness was key for him to do what he did. Smallest on the field, but one of the guys that did one of the biggest tackles on the day, and he's got the biggest heart. So that goes to Charlie Woods for MVP rugby. Okay guys, see you later.
The MVP Warriors Boys Basketball Award goes to Matthew Martin. Well done, Matthew. This award is so well deserved. You put your heart and soul into every single game at camp. You showed huge commitment to all our trainings at school, and you led from the front. We are so very proud of you. Well done, Matthew.
Our most valuable football player for the Warriors. Again, this young lady always had a great attitude and made sure that she was always at training, and again led from the front on the field, would play any position. Defensively very sound, no one would get through her, and always had a smile on her face as well. So that goes to Nikita Clark. Well done, Nikita.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike and I'm one of the parents and one of the coaches of this year's sports camp. I just want to say thanks to Miss Vi and her team. It must take a lot of effort, a lot of time to set these things up. So big thumbs up to them. One of my highlights was the human foosball. What a great concept. It made the teams work as a team. Without them working together as a team, good communication, they wouldn't have won. So a big thumbs up to the Warriors who won the human foosball final, and I'd just like to do one special mention to Matthew Ellswood. He was great in defence and he led from the back, and his communication was what helped that team win that final. So anyway, yeah, big thumbs up to the teachers. I'm out.
Kia ora, my name is Sarah Matic and I was lucky enough to attend the Spartans sports camp. This camp was so much fun. It was the first time that the majority of these kids had been on a sports camp, with an exception of a few that went last year, and they were so eager and energetic from day one, which really set the tone for the whole week. We heard so many times from other teams about how nice our Spartans were to play against, and they really just showed what a team means by supporting each other, being really polite to our incredible parent help, and always putting in their all and being prepared for every single game. So I get to announce the awards for the Spartan Sports Camp for 2021, and the first award is all about the best team spirit, and this goes to August. So he was super respectful of everyone, the players, the helpers, and we could always tell how happy he was just to be at sports camp. He never once complained and was always eager to play his chosen sports and always gave it his all. So well done, August. The next one for best team spirit is Megan. You could definitely hear her from the sideline and during play. She always was encouraging of her teammates, and her positive attitude towards any of the sports she was in was really admirable. And lastly was Alistair. He put in so much effort in the sports he was playing. You could always tell he was putting in 100%, and he was a breath of positivity during the whole week, and his soccer skills on the field were outstanding. The next award is all about fair play, and so we have 3 awards for this as well. The first award goes to Hunter. He definitely deserves this award as he was always first to put his hand up with any of the less mainstream sports, and he always put so much effort into every single play and always with a massive smile on his face. The next award for fair play goes to Anya. She gave everything her best, always showed respect to the teams that they were playing against, and her strength really showed in her sports as she always played so clean and with high energy. And lastly for fair play is Hamish. So he is a super kind member of the Spartans team. He was always encouraging of his own and the opposition teams. The way he interacts with others and the persistence that he had with all of the sports that he played was really commendable. So well done Hunter, Anya and Hamish for fair play. The most promising athlete is definitely deserved, and this goes to Leah Bodley. She was thrown into a couple of sports that weren't her usual, but she played incredibly in every single game. Her determination to get the ball in games like soccer and basketball just showed how strong of a player, of an athlete she is, and her skills in hockey were really outstanding. Well done, Leah. And the most valuable players. The first one goes to Lucia. Her presence when she's playing sport is so cool to watch. She's just so calm, cool and collected, and is really tactical about her positioning. You can tell that she's really thinking about the gameplay and adapts to how the team that she is versing is playing. And the last award for the most valuable goes to PJ. He has the absolute best attitude that I've seen on the field. His vibrant personality shone through every time he played. He holds so much value as he was so versatile because he put his hand up for all of the sports and played every single one of them so well. My highlight of sports camp was definitely seeing PJ using the Nike slides as his shin guards in hockey. Well done, PJ and Lucia.
Kia ora everyone. As the past principal of GEIS, it was great to go as a parent helper with my grandson, Hunter, to see all the wonderful work that Vi puts in for you at sports camp, and also the way you work at sports camp. The sports camp was exhilarating, and I loved the way you all listened and tried your best in every event. I'd also like to congratulate you on the way you chatted in the dining room and always helped each other. You were a great group to be with and to be part of, and you should be proud of yourself in the way you held up the GEIS way. Have a well-earned break, and if you're off to high school, good luck and take care. Kia ora tātou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
He awards for netball firstly, and that goes to Megan. She was a mid-quarter and she has impeccable timing of intercepts and was a massive ball of energy in every single game. And for MVP for girls basketball was Alia. And on the court in basketball, she was unstoppable. Her passes were so strong and she could bring the ball down the court really well. So well done, girls, and well done all of you that attended Spartan Sports Camp. It's a massive accomplishment to get to attend, and we're so lucky that we got in just in time.
And the 2021 Spartan Sports Camp MVP for touch, Kyan Olsen. Anyone who knows Kyan knows he puts 120% into anything he does. Learning and picking up a new game and excelling it so quickly is a gift that comes to only a few. Kyan would break the line with his scoop and speed around the ruck, leaving defenders in his wake, and at the 5 metre would break ankles with that deadly left foot. His footy IQ was giving him ability to set up teammates at will and helping the girls to score more tries than any other team in the tournament. Kyan, what an awesome tournament, and best of luck for next year. You are our MVP. And the 2021 Spartan Sports Camp MVP for girls touch goes to Miller Logan. Miller was amazing on our right wing, scoring several long-range tries and making crucial touches at crucial times on defense. Miller was a huge contributor on energy and volume and chat, and supported her team strongly from the sideline. Miller, awesome 2021. Have a great 2022. Thank you. And the 2021 Spartan Sports Camp MVP for rugby, St. Joseph. St. was the definition of team carry. Bone crunching tackles on defense, 100 metre tries on attack, based on speed, footwork and effort. St. was the full package. Scoring a hat-trick in every match, every time he touched the ball it changed the game. St. was definitely the most valuable player. Good year, St. Well done. And the 2021 Spartan Sports Camp MVP for football, Heath Longbottom. Beating defenders with his silky skills, pinpoint touches to assist teammates, pulling off moves that I'd only ever seen in a FIFA match. Heath, you are definitely our MVP. Topping the tally for goals and assists throughout the tournament. Highlight
knocking in the penalty shot when the games were tied in our semi-final. Heath, it was a brilliant tournament and I was excited to watch you. Good luck for next year. Thank you.
Kia ora everybody. My name is Susie and I was really lucky to go with the Spartans on sports camp this year. Particularly lucky because 5 days after we got back, Auckland went into lockdown, so it was very nearly missed out on that one, and it would have been terrible to not go because the kids had worked so incredibly hard with all those early morning practices and really cool learning new different sports. I work up at Starship. I work in the emergency department, and it's really busy, and we have really good teamwork, and we have a lot of, well, basically everybody that works there is really dedicated, and that was something I really saw in the kids who were on sports camp. They were really driven kids. They supported each other, they were brilliant teamwork, but they were also really fair players to all the other schools. So I was really proud to be associated with our school, and I think those kids who went on the Spartan camp are going to go they're going to go places. I reckon we'll be seeing names in New Zealand teams in the future, and the kids will do really well in whatever they want to do in the future. So all the best, thank you for letting me go, and I hope you guys have had a good year. Take care, bye.
The MVP Spartans Boys Volleyball Award goes to Justin Carroll. Congratulations, Justin, on this award. It is so hugely well deserved. You put everything into every single game at sports camp and you led your team really well. So well done. The MVP Spartans Boys Basketball Award goes to Hamish Coots. Amazing, Hamish. In one game you scored 20 points out of our 24 points. You led from the front, defensively, offensively, and you led your team positively, which was amazing to hear and see. We are so very proud of you. Well done, Hamish. Our MVP Spartans Hockey Award goes to Amelia Quinnan. You are amazing, Amelia. Never once did you ever complain about the ref's calls or about the opposition playing dirty tactics. Never once did you ever complain. You led your team positively. You led by example, defensively and offensively, and you were amazing to watch. So thank you for leading our team, and well done on your award.
As a parent that was able to support the Spartans at the sports camp this year, there was one thing that really stood out for me, and that was knowing that some of you students, along with my own children, Ali and Anya, were giving certain sports and disciplines a go for the very first time. It called you to train hard, to push yourselves. You were way out of your comfort zone at times, but you went to camp and you gave it a go. That took a lot of courage and discipline, and you should all be commended for that. So well done, students, and all the very best for next year.
Talofa. Greetings everybody. My name is Nia. I was the parent coach for the girls Spartan volleyball team. First of all, it was a pleasure coaching the girls. Really good group of girls, and it was obvious that this was their first volleyball team tournament, playing as a group. So from the first game to the last game, the goal was to make the semi-finals. We ended up doing that. Really good achievement for the girls, and attitude, top marks. All the girls were keen, motivated, wanted to do well. So the MVP for the girls Spartan volleyball team goes to Ella McCallum-Alva. Well done, Ella.
As we close off our 2021 sporting calendar, we come together today to celebrate friendships, amazing friendships, hard work, participation, competitiveness, and more importantly, we come to celebrate our GEIS students. Remember, kids, to play sport because you enjoy it, whether it be enjoyment because your friends are playing or enjoyment for participation or the enjoyment of competitiveness. Just make sure you enjoy playing your sport. Don't be afraid of hard work. Show commitment to your team, your trainings, your studies, and to your family. Dream big. No dream is too big. Set some goals, put some steps in place of how to achieve those goals. Glen Eden 2021 sporting program, we out. Ngā mihi nui.